Michigan State, 2034. Couple changes heading into year whatever the fuck. Year 11, I guess. Scheme and playbook. That's where we want to go. Decided to run a spread. I don't know if that is the greatest idea for us, but we've been running a pro-style offense for a while, and I just don't think that's really... I mean, nothing was working, to be honest, for Michigan State. Also switched to a 4-3 defense. I don't really think that was too much of a problem. It was really just inconsistencies on both sides of the ball. We'd either score a ton or, you know, the defense would let us down. Everything that could go wrong in this dynasty is going wrong. That's what we've got going on. And also made a change team-wise. I had gone into this season thinking that Jason Ahmed, 95 speed, all right throwing stats, was going to be our starter, the redshirt junior. I have actually decided against that. And it's not Jonathan Hyde, and it's not even Dean Folk. It is redshirt sophomore Emanual Way, and I'm going to hope that we can build upon him here in the next 3 seasons, and we'll show you why here. And I didn't quite realize this at the time, but he is elite development. So we're going to play him, given that his red shirt's already been used, and hope to God that he develops well. And looking at his caps, I'm actually quite excited about it. The only thing that's capped is elusiveness and accuracy. Everything else... Now, granted, those are some pretty big parts of playing the quarterback position, but everything else is uncapped, including throw power. Elusiveness being capped does suck a little bit. Actually, no, his quickness is not capped, so he could, in theory, reach 99 speed. I just don't know if he will, but, yeah, his IQ right now is quite low. But since we don't really have very high expectations anyway, he's going to be the guy, at least for the time being, and we're going to hope for the best with him. And he does have 91 speed, which is just fine for a scrambler quarterback. 95 would have been nice, but 91 is more than we're used to having here with the Michigan State Spartans, so that's a win in my book. Recruiting is already done, but we're going to take a look at the board anyway, just so you can see what we've done here. That's not great, but I think that happened in week 0 anyway, so I'm not terribly concerned. It is pretty much all defense outside of these 5 gems up here at the top. There is one wide receiver in there. By the way, what a great name this is. Legend Clapp at free safety. We need this guy, and we do currently lead on him, but kept the board small. These offensive tackles down here are just going to be luxuries. If we can get them, we get them. The receivers I wasn't super worried about. The only one that would be nice to have is Brian Manziel. However, it's just not a priority for us right now. We got to build the defense. We're pretty set at just about every offensive position for the time being, so this is the way. Build a good defense. There's a couple of 5-stars mixed in here in Taylor Cloud and 5-star defensive tackle Carter Schluter, which would both be nice additions to this team. All right, that is a Michigan State Week 1 game that we don't get very often. 41-14. I don't know why Middle Tennessee State was ranked, but they were. Now we face East Carolina. We also, I didn't even change the sites of these games, so we went to Middle Tennessee and at East Carolina as well. All right, absolutely no complaints at the start of 2034. 2 wins in which we've scored more than 40 points in each of our first 2 games. Have we finally figured out what was wrong with this team? We won't really know until we get to Big Ten play, but I'm really hoping that was the case. Now, the Big Ten, a gauntlet as usual. We have 4 ranked teams on our schedule currently. Only 1 team in the top 10, though, which is interesting. But a lot can change by the time we get to Big Ten play. 2 weeks in there. And once again, we've got a very early bye, and a Week 14 bye again, too. All right. Well, I know it's against FCS East, but Emanual Way putting up 242 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Can't complain. It's working. I know these 3 teams in non-conference are not that great. Middle Tennessee State has not won a game. East Carolina is 2-1. But FCS East, 49-3. That is 3 straight games with 40-plus points for the Michigan State Spartans. Now our Week 4 bye before we once again start Big Ten play with Purdue. All right, Zach Vasher, that was a tight battle. He had a visit with Michigan in Week 6, but that hasn't even happened yet. He just decided to go there anyway. And then ISF Cherry goes to Notre Dame. That'll free up some points, though, for us to scatter around. And here with Mike Wolfert, Michigan with a Week 6 visit. Going to be important to get him before that visit happens, so we're going to dump everything we can on him. And then really anybody else that's close. Like Diablo here. That's another one where we're just going to give him everything we've got. Legend Clap. Interesting competition here. UConn and West Virginia. Okay. Regardless. Max him out. Taylor Cloud, it's still really early. The teams that are in the top 5 scare the hell out of me. How about a Hail Mary here for Stephen President? I don't think this is going to matter all that much. I think Michigan's going to get another player from us. But we're sure as hell going to try. Logan Sabry, that's scary. Kentucky visit coming up. And, we do not have enough points for Schluter, which is actually unfortunate. So we're going to go into a guy like Devin Sapp here. We got a boatload of linebackers here on this squad. So we're going to go over here to Schluter and max him out and hopefully make up some ground to Georgia, even though they've got a visit upcoming too. That's not looking very good. The other 5-star we do lead on, Taylor Cloud. We really should have put more effort into him, but right now, it's looking fine. All right, well, time to just max everybody out and hope for the best, I do believe. It turns out to not be our president. I don't know why that didn't update. There we go. All right, Cloud. Oh, we should be able to get this guy, actually. There's competition from Alabama and Texas A&M, but we got a pretty good lead, and they don't have visits scheduled. So if we just hammer the hours this week, oh, I see, then we should be able to get a commitment out of him right now, in theory. Stephen President, he goes away. Devin Sapp, he will also get 80 hours this week, which is good to be able to spend 80 on these guys. We're down to 9 targets on the board, which is not good. So we're going to have to add in a few more here. But I'm not sure if we want to wait to do that next week when, in theory, we should have a lot more hours to spend on these guys. We're still going to have some hours left over. We could add, I'd say, 1. I want to add 1 player. That's about it. And what is glaringly missing from our recruiting board here? We've got safeties on here. Odds are we're going to get at least 2 of the 3. If we miss out on Woodside, it is what it is. We've got linebackers. Unless something goes horribly wrong, those guys are going to commit. Alex Fowler. I think we're going to be able to get him. And Mondo here at right tackle. Surprisingly enough, after not really messing around with him too much all season long so far, still in the running there with Michigan. So we got safeties. We got linebackers. We are relatively young at corner, but let's add a cornerback. A guy like Devontae Walters, perhaps. Let's just go 4-star and corner and see who's still kicking around. Just him. All right. He's our guy. And it is good that we had interest, or he had interest in us already. That'll help out tremendously. We would be his 5th offer, so as long as he doesn't nail down his top 3 right now, we're going to be fine. So we are finally held under 40 points, but we still score 38, so that's good. USC has dropped out of the top 25 as we have entered, which takes it down to now 3 ranked teams on our schedule, and none of them inside the top 10. Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week goes to Michigan State's Cam Edmond. A sack, 4 tackles, 3 tackles for loss in a win against Penn State to improve to 6-0, number 12 in the country, with a 42-13 win over a top 10 team. That is huge. Now we take on 4-2 Illinois, 2-4 Minnesota, before we take on number 20 Maryland. And this schedule all of a sudden is looking quite easy. Nowhere near as many ranked teams in the Big Ten. 2 of the 3 that are on our schedule at this current moment in time we've already beat. Michigan got Mondo for the moment. There's nothing else I could try and do. I mean, I guess in theory, no, we couldn't even schedule a visit. I think we might be on the road this week, so that is what it is. Walters, we lead. Huber, lead. Mayer, Waller, Toncho, Kuhn, all leads. Where has this fucking team been? 38-17 win. Michigan State improves to 7-0, number 6 in the country, with 5 games to play. Minnesota 3-4. Maryland, who's now 4-3 and dropped out of the top 25. Michigan is 4-3. Iowa is 3-4, and Oregon 5-3 as things stand. All the struggles of all these years, and Michigan State is now 8-0 with a 31-23 win over Minnesota. Maryland, who just keeps flip-flopping in and out of the top 25. Michigan as well. They're now 23rd again. Coming up on the schedule. 4 games left to play in 2034. Oh, yeah. Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week again. And it's a different defensive lineman this time. Tremont Boatwriter, senior defensive end. Picked up 3 sacks, 7 tackles, 1 TFL in a big win over Maryland. It has taken 10 seasons to finally get this team to play how they're capable of playing. 38-14 win over Maryland. We now face a 6-3, number 18 Michigan team at the Big House, and I'm sure they would love nothing more than to destroy our best season in Connor Stallion's tenure. Here's hoping that they don't. Please tell me this was at least close. Not really. It's a 6-point Michigan win. It is Michigan State's first loss of the season, but we only dropped to number 4, and more importantly, 2nd in the Big Ten. We beat a 6-4 Iowa team and a 5-5 Oregon team, and we will play for a Big Ten title and a chance at an automatic playoff berth. Dude, I don't have words. This team was 9-0. And we are now flirting with potentially missing the playoffs. Did somebody get hurt? What the fuck happened? No! There's nobody on the injury report. Oh! What? Huh? What happened? I don't know, but we're playing Michigan in the Big Ten championship game. What the hell happened with USC? Oh, so you know what it was? I got that totally wrong. Because USC was 7-2, we then finished 7-2 in conference play, and we beat USC, so we jumped them. However, it's number 9 Michigan State against number 24 Michigan for the Big Ten championship game. I never really anticipated playing against Michigan outside of maybe a straight playoff game in this dynasty. We don't really do the rivalry games either, but yeah, that's it. Have the chance to win our second Big Ten title here at Michigan State.